All right, folks. Great evening. Great evening. We are so very excited to have each and every one of you here with us. Go ahead and drop a great evening below. We are going to get this party started. Today is a great day to be alive. I can't say it enough, folks. It's people always ask, why do you say great morning, great evening, folks? We are alive. We are live and we are alive. And so it's worth celebrating right now. Make sure that you will drop a hello or a great evening in the chat so we can see who is with us this evening. Today, we are talking about activating a growth mindset. So let's jump right on in. But first, you guys know I'm always asking you, what are you drinking? What's in your cup this afternoon, this evening? I have a new tea that I'm checking out. It's actually a blueberry hibiscus. I love blue sleep, right? So that's what I am drinking. What are you guys drinking this afternoon, this evening, and where are you checking in from again? Great evening. We are so excited to have you guys here with us. Drop those hellos and where you are from in the chat below. And also go ahead and share this video. We'd love to have you share the magic about how do you become a more self-actualized? That's what we're really talking about. How do I get closer to being the realest, truest, best version of myself? That is the topic tonight. And we're talking about it through the lens of a growth mindset. So again, hello, let's jump right on in. I told you guys I got tea. I wonder, what do you have in your cup? Also, let's go ahead and drop in the chat tonight. I'm making boss moves. It's time to make boss moves. Again, folks, it's already mid-March. Matter of fact, it's past mid-March. It is closer to being April, right? And what better time than right now to choose a different way of thinking, to choose a different way to move into our week. And I know that's exactly why you're here. So go ahead and drop that in the chat. I'm ready to make boss moves, ready to make boss moves. Again, great evening. So excited to have you guys. Go ahead and like this video, share it, drop a click in, or get a friend to tag in so that they join us as well. But again, we're talking about growth mindset. So let class begin. What did you guys do for self-care this weekend? I'm just curious because I'm nosy, right? And we all help each other. What did you do this weekend for self-care? I love it. I'm ready to make boss moves. Yes, ma'am. It's time. What are you waiting on? What are we waiting on? You are it. You are the person. You are the hero. We are the change that we seek. What are we waiting on? What did you guys do for self-care this weekend? I will share with you. I had time to slow down and spend again with my other heartbeats. My niece and my nephews, they really, really make my heart smile. And y'all, in the hustle and bustle, we can get so busy that we don't slow down for the most important things. And when life hits you, I promise you, it will quickly remind you that the most important things are the people. They're the folks you love, not the things, not the jobs, but the people is what it's about. And so that's what I did this weekend to engage in some self-care. What about you guys? What did you do this weekend to engage in some self-care? And again, there's always a little lag. But again, what did you do this weekend to engage in self-care? And guess what? If you haven't done anything, this live is only 30 minutes. So time you get off, you got to do something before you go to bed to love on you. And that's what self-care is about. How are you loving on you? I'll tell you something else I did. I started, you guys know I'm into hot yoga, hot bar, but I typically do them at night because my hair didn't like it in there. It really doesn't. But the other morning, I do better working out in the morning. And so I did a hot bar session in the morning. And y'all, my body said, yes, do that more, right? So what is the thing that you are doing that your body is saying, yes, I need more of that to function properly? Do it, whatever that thing is, right? So let's jump right on in. Growth mindset. So first of all, when we're talking about a growth mindset, we're talking about, are you at the place where your desire to be better, your desire to grow is stronger than the desire to stay in the comfort? And I'm going to say that one more time, and I'm going to sit down because I want you to think about that. When we're talking about a growth mindset and shifting our thought processing, shifting our perspective on things, the question is this is the guiding question for the night. Is my desire to change, is my desire to get better stronger than my desire to remain in this comfort that I'm in? Because it's only then that desire to change, when it's stronger than the latter, it's only then that you truly can activate a growth mindset. So before we even get into tips about it, you right now, I need you to decide, am I ready for change? Are you ready? Listen, and nobody outside of you can decide that for you. And if they do, it only will last for a little while, right? Think about all the times that we seek motivation or extrinsic motivation, things outside of ourselves. It only lasts for a little while. I promise you. Pull up any research. It only lasts for a little while. It's the change from the inside, the desire from the inside that we truly desire when we make the decision to change, that the desire then is activated and we begin those things, right? So that's first, is my desire to change or to get better stronger than discomfort that I'm in. I am going to say, you are saying yes. Drop a yes in the chat below. Is it a yes? Is it a yes? Yes, right? So here we go. Tip one, after you've decided, because that's the first thing. Pause the video, come back to it if you're saying, no, I'm not ready yet. But if you're ready, let's continue on with this. Tip one is to let it go. So before we start evolving into our greatest self, I'm going to tell you there are probably some things that you need to evaluate in your life to see, are they serving me well? Y'all, we're all on social media. For the last 3 weeks, every time I get on social media, the first thing that pops up is someone in their yard and they found a snake. I am terrified of snakes. Okay. I'm always super busy. So in true transparency, I feel like I live out of my car sometimes, right? Between Tyler's soccer equipment, Tyler's baseball equipment, Tyler's guitar equipment, my work gear, right? All of the things, your car could just get a whole bunch of stuff in there. And I am guilty at times of when I get home, you throw some stuff in the garage and you keep it moving, right? Well, these videos of these snakes that I'm a country girl, but I am terrified of snakes. These videos have prompted me to engage in some spring cleaning. Let me tell you why. I live in the country. I have a pond on the back of the house. All right. Things like to crawl. I realized that I had too much clutter under my garage. I am motivated, intrinsically motivated right now to clear everything out, because let me tell you, can't stop a snake from coming close in my vicinity. But if things are clear enough, I can see him and I can run. If I see him, I can avoid him. Right. And so it's this way in our life, physically, mentally, spiritually, emotionally. If you have too much clutter, a snake, the enemy, a barrier, it could be right there and you could be in position to avoid it. But if you got too much clutter, he's all mixed in and you will stumble over him. And y'all, I don't like snakes. I'm gonna leave it at that, right? What is it for you that you need to reevaluate to see this thing might not be serving me well? And let me tell you, sometimes when it's time for spring cleaning, sometimes we'll go through things and we're like, oh, this is good stuff. I'm guilty of that too, right? Oh, this is good stuff. This is good stuff. I don't want to get rid of it. But the question is, are you using it? Is it still serving you well? And I'm talking about physical things, emotional, all the things, right? You've got to ask yourself, are the things that I am holding on to, are they serving me well? And let me tell you the other thing about holding on to things, right? Ball your fist up with me. Ball it up tight tonight. If you keep that fist balled up, you tell me, how can anything new get in it? All right, let's try it. Right? Pen, maybe a little bit, but you get the picture. We've got to have room to receive the new. We've got to have room for those new seeds to sprout out. They take space. Any folks that are into gardening in here, right? You gotta have appropriate and adequate space for growth to happen. But listen, if you got too much junk in your world, okay, junk, whatever that it is for you. Matter of fact, drop in the chat. What is something that's in your world that you might need to reconsider? What is something in your physical space, right? We don't even have to go into the whole social, emotional, mental, heart space. But what is something that maybe you need to get rid of because it's not serving you well? And it would behoove you to have new space for new things, new ways of thinking, new pathways, new walk to like all of those things. You've got to create space for them. So that's step number one. Let it go. Y'all know, like on Elsa, right? Let it go. Let it go. It's some things that we absolutely, yes, ma'am, the junk drawer. You are not alone. I think all of us, we have them. And matter of fact, some of us have multiple, including me, right? In the garage, y'all, it was like, why do I have all this stuff? Why? Y'all, I started calling people this weekend. I said, hey, I got some really good stuff. I just got to get it out of my space. What size do you wear? Do you need this in your office? Do you need this in your like there are people that possibly even can use the things, right? The tools, even outside of the physical space, there are some tools that you've learned that you can share with somebody else. And you guys know what I say about being a boss. It's all about impact. So let some things go. And it might be some things that you can share with other people along the way in their process. Again, let things go. Let me tell you the other thing about letting things go. What's facts is stress is killing us. And I'm intentionally pausing. Stress is killing us, y'all. We are holding on to too much stuff. And as we're talking about activating a growth mindset, y'all, we've got to let it go. Let it go. William James, who is a great psychologist and philosopher, he said that the greatest weapon against stress, the greatest weapon against overcoming stress is choosing an intentional thought, right? So it's choosing one thought over the other. And again, even with our thought process, your brain can only handle so much at a time. If you are cluttered in your brain, it's hard to choose the best thought. It's hard to choose the optimistic way. So again, tip one, let it go. Y'all drop that in the chat. Tip one for activating a growth mindset is to let it go. And you know what that it is. Only you know what that is, right? So step two, seeking progressive overload. So let me tell you, progressive overload in simple terms, for those of you that go to the gym, right? Simply stated, it's you gradually working on taking on heavier loads, right? If we are going to grow our minds and we're going to grow our hearts, we're going to grow our being, we've got to learn to take on the weight. We've got to learn to take it on. Too many times in our lives, in a school setting, in a personal setting, in a business setting, we want everything to be easy. But answer me this. If you're only lifting this much of weight every day, what does that do for your muscle? Drop it in the chat. If I'm only staying in the lightweight range, what happens when a heavyweight comes my way? I am not prepared. And you guys know what the old folks say in the country. If you stay ready, you don't have to get ready. So talking about progressive overload every day, every single day, you need to be challenging yourself physically. You need to be challenging yourself mentally, socially, emotionally, spiritually. You need to challenge yourself. Don't wait for a big battle to come. And you just been sitting back eating your bonbons, right? Don't wait for the big, we all know it's springtime. If you're in a school, what happens in springtime, right? Spring has sprung and kids, like, they're alive, they're woke, right? We're going to be proactive, right? We're going to continue to flex our muscles so that as things around us are changing, we can take it on, and we're not sitting on the sideline because it's too much on us. Seek the challenge. Drop that in the chat. You need to seek the challenge. Seek the challenge. So right now, what is something in your world that you know you need to work on building your muscle? Y'all, the old lady been building muscle. And so nobody can tell me you're too old, you're too diet. No, start where you are. And it's all about setting goals, right? We always talk about SMART goals. Start where you are and add one. When I'm in the gym, progressive overload looks like, okay, right now I am leg pressing. I got 90, 100 on there. All right, when I get to that 13 mark and I feel like my legs are shaking, I'm telling myself, girl, you got one more. Drop it in the chat. You got one more, just one more, right? So think that way. Set those goals and add one. It's the 1% more every day. And we've talked about that before, the 1% more every day. What is the little bit extra that you can do so that, again, you're continuing to build your strength, you're building your endurance, you're building your resilience. Again, blessed are the flexible, for they shall bend and not break. So again, that's step 2. Y'all drop it in there for me. Progressive overload. Seek the challenge. Seek the challenge. Yes, ma'am. Stay ready. You don't have to get ready. We must challenge ourselves every single day. Again, mentally, physically, socially, emotionally, every LY. You need to do it. And again, don't wait on something to happen. Don't wait on the big health scare, right? Don't wait on the big turnover at work. No, get ready, stay ready, right? Press go every single time. So step 1, you guys had it, was tip 1 was let it go. You got to make space. We've got to make room. We've got to clear out. It's a perfect time for pruning. Get rid of the old, get rid of the dead so the newness can come in. Then step 2, seek progressive overload. Challenge yourself. Challenge yourself. I cannot say that enough. And the little bitty things. You went walking this weekend, 30 minutes. Well, in the next 2 days, go 40 minutes, right? Or if you're doing 3 days a week, go to 4 days a week next week. It's the little bitty things. If you're reading a book, and you're typically, okay, I only can handle 15 minutes of reading before I'm distracted, push yourself to 20. It's the little bitty things, right? Little changes consistently make big, massive changes over time, right? The little decisions that we make, the small decisions, little things can make massive impact over time. Let me say that again. The little bitty things done intentionally and consistently. Y'all drop those 2 words, intentionally and consistently, because you gotta be consistent. And that's one of our struggles. And I say me too, right? That's me. But intentionally and consistently, those small changes those small things, right? Make massive changes over time, big differences over time. So intentionally and consistently, absolutely. So again, step 1 was let it go. Step 2 was that progressive overload. Here we go. Step 3, what is your bounce back rate? What is it? Listen, life is going to hit you. I have been transparent. Life has slapped me like this the last month and a half, right? My family, right? It's just been wild. The death and it's just unreal. And I'm still struggling. And I'm honest. It's like, wait a minute, is this really happening this way? Life is going to hit you. And it often hits us either when we least expect it or we least need it to hit harder. It does that. But what is your bounce back rate? Do you guys remember? So I'm an old lady. Go with me. You guys remember those old punching bags, like the real old ones that you would blow up and it was like sand or something in the bottom and the men looked like bowling ball pins? Do y'all remember those? Do you remember how it did not matter how hard you hit that thing, it was going to do this. He was coming back every time, right? It didn't matter how small you were trying to hit him with the uppercut or how big you were down. He every time. And so the question tonight is, what's your bounce back rate? Drop that in the chat. What's my bounce back rate, right? Again, the more we train ourselves to flex, we need to listen, it does not have to always go your way, when you want it, how you want it, where you want it. Learn to flex. I said it earlier and I'll say it again. Blessed are the flexible, for they shall bend and not break. They shall bend and not break. So talking about your bounce back rates, when you are hit, how fast are you jumping back in? How fast are you saying, wait a minute, that was a hard hit, ow, it hurt, but I'm back. I'm back. Any of you guys get your eyebrows waxed, right? This is really random, but it's not. Stay with me. Make sure you've hit like on this video. Make sure you've hit share on this video. Right? Resilience is key. It absolutely is, right? So your bounce back rate, there are some things that you truly, you need to take your time in doing, right? Because we know that true change really happens and it sticks when we are intentional and methodical in the way that we move. But then there are sometimes your bounce back rate needs to be bam. like quickly, expeditiously, suddenly, right? If you've gotten your eyebrows waxed, right? You tell me, drop it in the chat. Would you rather them to go one individual hair by hair when they're pulling their wax off, or would you just rather them drop it in the chat? You want one hair by one hair, you just want to go, right? Drop it in the chat. But what's your bounce back rate? Again, there are some things that, yeah, all right. For example, grief. And y'all, that video, if you did not watch that interview with Regina the other morning, y'all, you need to watch that interview. Her statement on grief about, grief is love that has nowhere to go. Oh my goodness, that hit me. I'm sitting there crying with her. I'm like, yes, that is it. That is it, right? So there are some things that it's going to take time, and it's going to be your own individual time. But it's some other stuff. I see you, ladies. Let it rip. Take that thing off. And so your bounce back rate, sometimes it's like, you know what? That didn't even work me. Bounce back. I'm keeping it moving, right? And drop that in the chat. I'm going to keep it moving. I can't stay there long, right? And so, again, disappointment happens. Discouragement will come your way every single day. I promise you it will, in one form or fashion. But it's up to you how long you let that thing sit there. What's your bounce back rate when things don't go the way that we want? Again, so step one, and y'all know we keep it at 30 minutes. Step one is let it go. Tip two was seek the progressive overload. Seek the challenge. Try something new. Push yourself. Don't expect somebody else to do that. And think about it. Sometimes we get mad when other people push us, if we're honest. How crazy is that? Sometimes you need the push. You need the challenge, but sometimes we just human being, right? We don't like to be told what to do. So do it. Tell your own self. Here we go. Tip three, work on your bounce back rate. And here we go. This last one. And you had to know I was bringing it in here. You just had to know I was dropping it. Y'all go ahead and hit the like button for me. Hit the share button, even if not the like. Make sure you hit that like button. We want people to see this. You guys know I'm learning algorithms and all those things. And so we want to make sure that we're sharing the good stuff in the world. We all can be part of the solution. But here we go. Finding the joy in your journey. Drop that in the chat. It's very intentional the way that is written. Finding joy in your journey. Talking about a growth mindset. Listen, it's your journey. It's my journey. We are not on the same journey. The way that I grow and the way that I change and the way that I evolve, my rate is not going to be yours. My movement is not going to be yours. I may be going to the east. You may be going to the west. It's not. And so the challenge, and we've heard this so many times, we fall into this pit of comparison. Comparison is truly the thief of it robs you of your joy. It takes it away. It takes the beauty of the moment and the experiences away. So I want to challenge you to, again, not do the comparison. Inspiration and imitation are two different things. We'll come back to that another week, right? But finding the joy in your journey. What makes you happy? What lights your soul afire every day, right? As you're growing and talking about a growth mindset, life is hard. Life is hard. And I take what I do serious, but I don't take myself seriously, right? Every single day. I think that we all ought to have laugh meters in our cars, in our world, like in your space. Like, you need to laugh more. There is a good book that says laughter does the body good. Right? It does the body good. A merry heart does it does good. That's a good book, the great book, right? But there is so much research that supports how optimism has a positive impact on our physical and mental being. So again, life is hard. And I wish that I could listen, you see things happen and it breaks your heart. I wish that we had the capacity, just like a magic wand, and take all the craziness away and take all the things that don't feel good away. But that's not life, right? But regardless of the season that you're in, that's something else. Drop that in the chat. It's a season. It's a season. And that's where I am finding joy in this difficult space that I am personally in right now. It's a season. It's not going to last always. It's not going to last always. So how do I find joy in this journey? what does the Temptation say? I've got sunshine on a cloudy day. So what's your sunshine? Now they were talking about a beautiful lady. It does not have to be there. Matter of fact, I didn't challenge you that it not be there. What is the thing? What is that thing that brings you joy? Y'all drop that in the chat. I like that. If we don't have joy in the journey, you must find it. It is like a guiding light that guides you straight through the fog, right? Y'all on the coast, if you're out on sea, they still have lighthouses. That's still a real thing, right? Yeah, we got all this technology, but they still have lighthouses. And joy is like a lighthouse. It will help you get through the fog. It will help you see through the storm. It will help you forge ahead in the right direction. So again, what's that thing that brings you joy? If you don't know what it is, that's your homework. You got to lean in, folks. And it doesn't need to be anything that costs you a dime. That's the other thing. Sometimes we get caught up into that, right? No. And I challenge it that it did not need to be a person, because again, life happens. And all of our lives is but a vapor, right? And so we only have joy in one person or one thing. It's got to be bigger than that. It's got to be bigger than that, right? So again, I'm going to review, because y'all know I'm a teacher and we're at the 30-minute mark. Tip one is to let it go. Tip 2, and again, letting it go. Spring cleaning. It's the perfect time of the year for you to get rid of some mess, friends. We're accountability partners. Get rid of some of the stuff that you are no longer using. Get rid of the things that are not serving you well anymore. Progressive overload. Stick the challenge. Add that 1 extra pound on. Go that extra rep. Do the extra 10 minutes, right? Do the 1% more. And work on your bounce back rate. Bounce back. Y'all remember. And I want you to see it every time. Think about it what's my bounce back rate? You can work on, as a growth mindset, you can work on improving your bounce back rate. Yeah, it hit me hard this time. This week, it took me 5 days to get over the fact that she was ugly to me. Oh, next week, only 3. I'm only allowing myself 3. Okay, 3 days and I'm back, right? And then step 4, finding your joy in the journey. It's yours, your evolution, y'all. It's your responsibility. So is your joy. Your joy is your responsibility. It's been an absolute pleasure to have you guys. Go ahead and drop in the chat for me. What's the one thing that you are walking away with tonight from our Boss Moves Activating a Growth Mindset? What's your one thing? What's your one thing that you're walking away with tonight from our tips that we talked about? While you're dropping those things in, we want to, again, invite you guys. So we have an in-person event coming up in the Fondren area in Jackson on the 30th. Join us. It's calling Find Your Pizzazz. So for some of you that are saying, hey, I'm still trying to figure out what is the thing for me, right? We are talking about moving forward in our thinking and even in our fashion, right? It's that time of year. And then our big event, we always want to invite you guys. We always have. Last year, it was an international retreat, right? We a national, not international, a national retreat. We had women from all over the U.S. and we would love to have some folks outside of the U.S. this year for our Boss Retreat, which is June 28th through the 30th. Of course, you can find those on our website at www.bosseducator.com. Here we go. I see you continuing to be resilient. Yes, sir. You got to know that you've survived 100% of your bad days. You have to right now. Like you are forging ahead. So keep going. Just keep swimming. Y'all know, like on Finding Nemo, just keep swimming. All right. Sunshine should be there every day in everything we do. Yes. For ourselves and others. There's always a silver lining, y'all. We've just got to find it. Keep moving forward. Challenging myself to do one more, right? And again, I don't want you to think, that's why I said you first got to let some stuff go. That's why I started with that. I don't want you to think I don't have capacity to take on anymore. Well, a lot of times we don't have the capacity to take on anymore because we got too much stuff there that we're not even doing anything with, right? So you got to take something off so that we can do that one more thing that's going to give us the growth. It's going to give us more endurance. It's going to give us more strength. It's going to give us even more joy. Y'all, it's been, keep it moving. Keep it moving, y'all. It's been my absolute pleasure. The last thing I need you to do is to drop in this chat. I'm making boss moves this week. Drop it on in the chat, y'all. It's been my absolute pleasure to have you guys. Again, we hope that you will, again, like this video, share it, come back and even watch it again. It's always a great day to be you. And again, somebody is waiting on you to show up as you, not as an imitation, not as a version of somebody else, but you. And all of the universe, there is only one you. So be proud of who you are and just daily strive to get better at being you. It's a great day, folks. It's a great evening. Get you some rest. And again, if you were one of those people that did not drop in, that you had engaged in self-care, it is 7:34 Central Standard Time. You have at least a solid 45 minutes before you start shutting it down. Love you guys. Make this week awesome. Go make some boss moves.